Hey everyone, Dave here with another video. Before we get into the comics though, we're going to do a quick shout out. And this week's shout out is going to be for Dollar Bin Diver. And as the name suggests, he likes to look through those dollar bins for some deals. His channel is relatively new. And he does mainly comic haul videos, showing off which books he picked up from those dollar bins. Sometimes he does end up picking up a book that costs more than $1. But they're mostly books from the dollar bins in his videos. He did rebrand his haul videos. It used to just be standard comic haul videos, but now it's bourbon and comics, he calls them. And as the name suggests, he shows off his comic haul, and surrounding the books, you've got various bottles of bourbon. And at the end of those videos, he likes to give you his bourbon of choice. And at the time of this recording, he's got 65 subs. So, you know, check out his channel. Content is good, so I'm sure you're gonna like it. You know, drop him a sub, and let's see if we can help him get up to 100. Hi everyone, so Wednesday was new comic book day and I hit up the comic shop and picked up my books for this week. I also got a bunch of books that actually didn't come out this week. Some of them that I had ordered previously after finding out about it from other videos, and also got a couple books here from last week. It was only the one book was on my pull list for last week. So I decided to just pick it up this week. I got 2 covers of it. And that one is going to be Magic the Gathering, issue number 23 from Boom 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 Studios. And this is going to be the cover A. And then, of course, I got the Secret Planeswalker variant, polybagged. That's the cover B. So that came out last week. Now, for books that came out this week, I've got Dream Master, issue number 3 from Black Box Comics. And this is going to be cover A. And then we got the cover B. And the cover C. And then cover D. This is my favorite cover out of the 4. The Virgin variant of cover B. And then we've got Gargoyles, issue number 1. And this is the facsimile edition of the original one from back in the day. The original issue number 1. And this one is the gold foil edition. The Gargoyles title up there is in gold foil. There's also one available that's a non-foil, and then another one that has a purple foil over here instead of the gold. That one actually looks pretty cool. I saw a picture of that online. And then we got a new series that just came out this week, The Exiled, and this is going to be issue number 1, and this is from Whatnot Publishing. And this is going to be the cover A. And then this is going to be the cover F. And this is the Tony Kent variant. Blade Runner homage cover. So that's pretty cool right there. You know, the homage to the original Blade Runner movie. Pretty cool. Wesley Snipes on there. And then this is going to be cover H. Michael Colero. And this is a Blade Runner homage variant, so homage to the first Blade Runner movie starring Wesley Snipes. And then we've got Little Monsters, issue number 10 from Image Comics, and this is going to be the cover A. And then we got Time Before Time, issue number 20, and this is going to be the cover A. This is from Image Comics. Now, some of the other books that didn't come out this week that I picked up this week, I got Biggs and Tiny, issue number 1 from Black Box Comics. And then I've got Bonecheck, issue number 1, and this is from Legends Publishing. And this is going to be the cover A. This came out last year in December. I picked this one up actually because J80 Hobby did a review of this issue. I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. And it was a good review. He liked it, and it looked interesting. And it actually is pretty interesting. It was a good read. So I ended up picking that up along with issue number 2. So I got issue number 2 here. This is the cover A. Another pretty good read. And then another one that I found out about recently, and this one is Miss Meow, and this is from Merc Publishing. And this one is the cover G. This is issue number 1, but it's cover G. It's third printing. There were no first print ones at the comic shop except for issue number 6. So this is the third printing of issue number 1. And then we got Miss Meow, issue number 2. And this is the second printing, cover E. And then issue number 3. And this is going to be the cover E, second printing. And then issue number 4. And this is again the second printing, cover G. And I'm missing number 5. I gotta pick that one up. And then I've got issue number 6 right here, and this is actually the cover A, so this is the first printing. Hi everyone, so all those books are really good reads. Let me give you my top 3 recommendations from this haul. And before I get actually into that top 3, I do want to just do one quick honorable mention. And that would be for Bonecheck, issue number 1. And I'm not going to get really into it. Like I said, I'm going to have a link in the description box below for J80 Hobby and his review of this book. It's very good. Now, as far as my top recommendations from my haul, we have Dream Master, issue number 3 from Black Box Comics. And again, with the cover A, it's a wraparound cover. So, pretty cool there. Crazy ass looking sharks. Let's check out some of the interior artwork here. Nice little shot of the form of a dragon. A little bit more. Soundwave Ravage, if you would please.
As you command.
Alrighty, thank you. Alright, so this is issue number 3 of 5, and things are still going pretty good. Really enjoying this series. In this issue, we got Dream Master who meets a blind man named Otto, who ends up telling him that they've met before, and the location that they're at right now at the moment was predetermined by them during that last encounter. However, Dream Master has no recollection of this. He does say that the guy looks familiar, but he has no recollection of them talking about meeting. Upon hearing Dream Master tell him about remembering that he has a son, Otto tells him that he, meaning Dream Master, normally remembers more about his past at this point, which is a little confusing. Kind of brings up a little bit more mystery here for him. It kind of suggests some kind of like maybe like a time loop or something, or some sort of like Matrix style type of thing. Like in the Matrix, they had the one was always, part of the program, and there was many other ones before Neo. So I don't know, maybe it's something to that effect. But Otto explains to Dream Master that he's got to die, that Otto has to die, but he has to die in his own way before the Queen of the Night is able to kill him and take his soul. But because he's blind, his imagination, his mind is more powerful. So his imagination is very strong, and if she ends up getting his soul, she's going to become too powerful for Dream Master to deal with. There's a very intense battle that ensues, and Dream Master ends up being robbed of some of the truths that were about to be revealed about his past. The art depicting this world and this battle is it's really just so good and vivid and detailed. The writing is just, it's still top notch, and it moves the story along, adding in some more details about Dream Master, which I'm not going to spoil. And by the end of the issue, you really do feel bad for Dream Master, and you just like feel his pain as he's just laying there, you know, pretty much in despair. So you really feel it. It's pretty intense ending there with him. You know, there's 2 issues left in this arc. You know, I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm also like kind of a little disappointed that it's going to end for a while. You know, the downside to these 5-issue arcs is that the series disappears for an extended period of time. But I have to say though that this is actually a really good idea, because the storytelling is just so much better. It's so much better than in like a long drawn out series. You know, there are no fluff issues. You know, each issue of the series is important, and this issue here is, very important to the story. Like I said, brings up some more questions about Dream Master and his history. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next issue. It can't come soon enough. All right. And next up is going to be Little Monsters, issue number 10. Let's jump in. I'll show you some of the artwork here. Oh, I want to show that page. There we go. All right. Soundwave, Ravage, if you would. Okay. All right, so this was a really good issue. There was no action in this one, but that's okay. This was mostly a flashback issue. So most of the time in the past, and we learned the secret that one of the elders told Rami. I'm not going to spoil it here, but he tells Rami about why the elders turned Rami and the other kids. The elder also explains to Rami the ultimate fate of the elders and how the kids are very different from them. And also the elder explains to Rami about keeping this information secret from the others. And that's very important to do so. It shows their journey through time, starting out as just 3 of them and then becoming an even bigger, I guess, quote unquote family, you could say, and how they grew in numbers. There's also a fight in here that they show you from the past between the elder and Rami against a few humans that stumble upon them and want to kill them. Rami ends up getting gravely injured, but he ends up being saved. I honestly can't remember if it was touched upon yet in this series about why Rami doesn't speak. He just kind of he writes words out and such. But if it wasn't explained prior, then I think that this is the explanation for why he doesn't speak. And that's because in this one he gets slashed in the throat because he's about to bite one of the humans that he's fighting, and the elder stops him because the elders don't want the kids to be feeding off of humans, because as we've seen in the previous issues here, once they start feeding off humans, they really change. And so he stops him from doing it, and that hesitation allows the human to slash him in the throat. But he is able to recover. But the writing is just it's just great in this issue. I really liked the info drop in this one. I liked learning about the elders and why they left. And the art is still looking great. It's got that unique art style and coloring that you've come to expect from a book written by Jeff Lemire and illustrated by Dustin Nguyen. It's just really cool and interesting artwork. And I'm looking forward to the next issue, ultimately seeing how this all plays out in the end. The series it's coming to a close soon, unfortunately. I believe there's only 3 issues left. I think there's 13 total in this series. So I'm certainly looking forward to the next issue and seeing where we go from here. All right, and recommendation number 3 is going to be Time Before Time, issue number 20. Let's jump in, check out some of the artwork here. So that's the current time period right here that Nadia is in. Honestly, I'm not going to try and say what that is. It's crazy number. It's like, is it like minus 4 trillion or quadrillion, something like that? Very weird. But anyway, here's some more. All right. There we go. Gotta get it right. Glare. Alrighty, there we go. All right, so in this issue, we learned that Nadia's parents were tricked into traveling to Arcola. They were tricked by, thinking that the group that was sending them there would pick up Nadia and her father because they were not, the family wasn't able to basically pay for everybody right away. And the father and Nadia were supposed to be coming at another time, but the group that brought them there ends up lying to them. It ends up being a one-way trip also. So even though Nadia's sister has told her about this, there's still a lot of tension between Nadia and her mother. It's eventually discovered that Nadia has been breaking into the recycling plant every night, and the recycling plant basically is where they take technology and just tear it apart and destroy it, because they're trying not to have any real advanced technology in this world. Particularly, I guess, I think it's mostly actually the time pods that they're trying to get rid of. Kind of having a bit of a brain fart on that one, so I'm sorry about that. Her mother ends up sending Nadia's sister Jetty to investigate why Nadia is breaking into the recycling plant. And her sister, when she confronts her, ends up finding out Nadia's secret. Basically that Kevin is there, Kevin the robot, and that Nadia has been working with him. But meanwhile, also in the year 2617, we've got Mr. Carmichael, who's taking control of the syndicate. And also the other time period that we got in here is 3988, where Sebastian the bounty hunter from previous issues is finally able to get Nadia and Kevin's temporal location. And now he's planning his next move on how he's going to get them, because there's still that bounty out on them. And as the book ends, we get a pretty big doozy of an ending, a big surprise, big shocking surprise at the end of this issue. I was really shocked. I was floored when I saw it. I was like, oh crap, so pretty interesting surprise at the end of this book. So this series has been pretty good so far, especially from start to now. It's been pretty good. A lot of really good issues, and this is a really good issue right here. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Hopefully it's not too long before that one comes out. And I want to see where it goes from here, because like I said, that ending was pretty damn interesting. All right, everyone, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting that good old like button and subscribing to the channel. For those of you that already subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. Support's always very much appreciated. And leave a comment down below if you like. Let me know what books you picked up, any recommendations you have, or just say hi. Always love hearing from everybody, all right? And want to say thank you again, as always, Soundwave and Ravage, for helping me out. So, until next time, be safe, and be well, and I'll catch you later.
I'm just